Some call him the GOAT of F1, while others say he's just one lucky duck who knows how to go wild behind the wheel. But whichever way you see it, there's no denying that Lewis Hamilton is one of the best things to happen to F1. And he caps it all off with some of the most expensive automobiles that money can buy. I mean, this guy is literally insane, and we're about to tell you why. So stick around till the end. Lewis Hamilton won Formula One's driver title in 2020, where he equaled Michael Schumacher's record of 7 championships. Although he'd narrowly miss another in 2021, it didn't stop him from being knighted by Prince Charles. When he's not racing, Hamilton turns heads with his impeccable fashion sense. He's a regular at fashion weeks and the Met Gala, and has collaborated with top brands such as Tommy Hilfiger for the Tommy X Lewis collection, and even launched his own clothing line, Plus 44. But what if I told you that he has a classic car collection that's worth a whopping $13 million? Let's kick things off with the classics that make up part of his impressive collection. While Hamilton loves to live life in the fast lane, his decision to cop a 1966 Shelby Cobra 427 proves his passion for timeless and automotive masterpieces. The Shelby Cobra 427 is a quintessential American muscle car that's celebrated for its aggressive styling and raw power. With its massive V8 engine, this car is a perfect blend of speed and nostalgia. It was designed in 1966 by Carroll Shelby, a former winner of the 24 Hours of Le Mans. This amazing piece of machinery has a massive engine that weighs 2,355 pounds and produces 360 horsepower, resulting in a top speed of 160 miles an hour. It can easily accelerate from 0 to 60 miles an hour in 3.4 seconds and comes with a 4-speed manual. The original Cobra features 2 leather seats, a wooden steering wheel, and round headlights separated by a large grille. The Shelby Cobra 427 is truly a one-of-a-kind sports car that only the wealthy can afford. No wonder Hamilton likes to show it off. He once took it for a spin with his dog Roscoe and posted on Instagram saying, "New week means new chances, new challenges, and a new drive. Let's go after what we want. The chase never ends." These bad boys had previously sold at auction for $5.5 million, and it would really come as a surprise if Hamilton spent that much on this classic piece. But then there's another classic car in his collection, popularly known as Eleanor from the Hollywood movie Gone in 60 Seconds. I'm talking about the 1967 Ford Mustang Shelby GT500. Of course, Hamilton has an eye for movies. After all, he owns his own production company, Don Apollo Films, which has worked on a documentary and is currently producing an F1 movie called F1 starring Brad Pitt. However, it's not entirely clear if his decision to get the Shelby was inspired by Gone in 60 Seconds. The GT500 boasts a V8 engine that produces 355 horsepower and 420 pound-foot of torque. It can hit a top speed of 212 kilometers an hour, accelerating from 0 to 96 kilometers in just 6.5 seconds. This iconic car set Hamilton back about $1.3 million, and considering that only 2,048 units were built in 1967, you can bet the 7-time world champion would have snapped it up even if it did cost more. But it didn't take Hamilton long to step things up and go electric, because he's all about reducing his carbon footprint while staying ahead in innovation. You see, when Hamilton met then-new Mercedes-AMG EQS 53 4MATIC, he ditched his usual extravagant clothing for a more conventional outfit. The EQS is Mercedes' first electric car, and you can tell that Hamilton was super excited to have one in his garage. Once Hamilton steps on the throttle, he quickly reaches a top speed of 250 kilometers an hour. It just takes 3.4 seconds to go from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour, thanks to the 2 electric motors that produce 658 horsepower and 950 Nm of torque. And if he opts for the AMG Dynamic Plus package, the power jumps to 761 horsepower and 1020 Nm of torque in race start mode, making the car faster and more responsive. This package often includes other performance enhancements like upgraded suspension and handling features to optimize the car's driving experience. Think about it. The guy is literally living in a world of his own. A 107.8 kilowatt-hour battery stores enough energy for a range between 526 and 580 kilometers. Unsurprising to many, Hamilton showed where his loyalties lie during the car's launch back in 2021 as he promoted the EQS 53. Hamilton has had a long association with Mercedes, and although he raced for McLaren between 2007 and 2012, he joined Mercedes in 2013 and has since reached the top of motorsports. He tweeted, "Proud to be with Mercedes-AMG for 24 years, leading the way in luxury cars fastest and most advanced. We push to improve, especially for more inclusion and diversity in our sport. Excited for you to see hybrid electric cars." Lewis Hamilton owns a smart EQ4 too, a car that showcases a futuristic approach to urban mobility. The Smart Vision EQ42, an autonomous electric vehicle, is designed for highly flexible and efficient local transport. It's built for car sharing, allowing passengers to pick up others and share music or photos during the ride. What's even more interesting is that there's no steering wheels or pedals because it's fully autonomous. This car is part of Mercedes-Benz's CASE strategy: connected, autonomous, shared, and electric. So you can bet Hamilton made the right choice with this one. But let's move on to the purple supercar that Hamilton calls his worst handling car. I mean, a car described like that wouldn't cost so much, right? If you're Lionel Messi, you want a football boot named after you. If you're LeBron James, perhaps it's a basketball hoop. And if you're Lewis Hamilton, you definitely want a high-speed, high-performance, rare supercar to bear your initials. And that's exactly what Pagani did for the supercar race driver. This is a one-of-a-kind supercar that was custom-ordered by Hamilton, who owned it from 2014 to 2021. The car has a 7.3-liter V12 engine from Mercedes-AMG, paired with a 6-speed manual transmission in this version. It was actually the first Zonda 760 to come with a manual gearbox, a change requested by the world champion himself. The car is covered in unique finishes, but it's most famous for its striking purple paint and the accents all around it. Unfortunately, it's been linked to a series of accidents, starting with the time Hamilton collided with 3 parked cars, though he was thankfully uninjured during the crash. Hamilton would later sell the car in 2021 for $10.8 million, calling it the worst handling car he had ever driven. Just 2 years later, the Pagani was significantly damaged in another crash and found in a UK tunnel. It was damaged so badly that media outlets claimed the images will make Lewis Hamilton cry. That being said, Hamilton recently stated that he rarely drives any of his more expensive exotic cars anymore, turning them into some of the most expensive garage decor in the world, including the amazing Mercedes-Benz AMG 1. For $2.72 million, Lewis Hamilton added this incredible car to his collection, and I'm sure he's never gone over the speed limit. As a world-class racer, it's no surprise he owns one of these rare models, designed to bring Formula One technology to everyday roads. The Mercedes-AMG 1 runs on a 1.6-liter turbocharged V6 hybrid engine paired with 4 electronic motors, which produces a massive 1,063 horsepower. It goes from 0 to 60 in 2.9 seconds and tops out at a speed of 219 miles an hour. It's equipped with an 800-volt lithium-ion battery and an advanced e-performance hybrid system. Here's the interesting part. The body of the car borrows directly from the designs of F1 racers, including open vents that allow for maximum aerodynamic performance. Only 275 units of this car were planned to be made, and each one was pre-sold before produced. But of course, Mercedes Golden Boy was able to call dibs on at least one. To top it off, the car is equipped with a high-performance carbon ceramic brake system and has a luxurious interior. The 7-time world champion has been closely involved in the car's development, including helping with the internal combustion component of the powertrain. But what does it feel like to drive a super fast F1 safety car, but this time not on the tracks of F1? Well, don't ask me, but I bet Hamilton would say it's just another day behind the wheel of a beast built for speed, only this time on regular roads. It's no news that Hamilton owns several Mercedes-Benz, including high-performance models that many can only dream of owning. One such model is the Mercedes-AMG GTR, nicknamed the Beast of the Green Hell, which Hamilton has in white. And there's no way you knew that this track beast actually served as the F1 safety car from 2018 to 2020. This limited edition 585 horsepower monster was launched at Mercedes-Benz World in Brooklyn with a price tag of $177,000. It delivers a mind-blowing 577 horsepower and 516 pound-foot of torque thanks to its twin turbocharged 4.0-liter V8 and can go from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in just 3.6 seconds. Man, that's insane. Dude can literally live life in the fast lane, both on and off the track. But that's not all from Mercedes. Hamilton also has the Mercedes AMG G636 6x6 and the Maybach S600. The Maybach is in a world of its own and is powered by a 6.0-liter twin-turbo V12 engine, which ensures its high performance. Combined with its luxurious design and feel, it's easy to see why Hamilton paid the $173,000 starting price for this amazing car. Alright, what about the AMG G63? Well, this six-wheeled, single-unit truck is highly efficient in off-road settings due to its six-wheel drive. It might interest you to know that it was actually developed for the Australian Army back in 2007, but has since become a luxury vehicle collector's dream. No wonder Hamilton dropped over $600,000 on this monster truck. But let's talk about the McLaren P1 for a bit. From 2007 to 2012, Hamilton raced with the McLaren, and although he eventually switched teams, it's clear there were no hard feelings, especially with his love for the McLaren P1. A successor to the iconic McLaren F1, the P1 is a highly sporty vehicle designed for top performance. The focus during its creation was on aerodynamics while also making the car look dramatic and beautiful. There were no flashy ornaments on the P1, as every part of the car was crafted to maximize performance. I bet that's the reason Hamilton dropped a whopping $1.2 million on this bad boy, which boasts a 3.8-liter twin-turbo V8 engine producing 903 horsepower. Hamilton is statistically the most successful driver in F1 history, with 7 championships, 103 race wins, and 104 pole positions throughout his career. So a man with this level of success wouldn't hurt to have a garage reportedly worth $13 million, would it? But which of Hamilton's cars would you want in your garage? Let us know in the comments. We're committed to releasing at least 2 videos a week. Like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more from your favorite channel.